by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the Jags. All that and more coming up next.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when his franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Jacksonville. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Now ETN to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week one, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week one, guys still have to practice. They still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
Lawrence to Chenault for Jaguar first. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, ETN once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Here's Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's out right at the 25. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Berrios. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a lot.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Jaguars back with it on offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Come on, Lawrence will try again after the pick six. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Here's 2nd and 10. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. On play action, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. ETN up the middle. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blowers guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're doing some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Carr now on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Back to the running game with Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Some people have been playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Play action. It's Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now Lawrence. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Etienne once more. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They go play action now. Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Lawrence heads off, and Ryan Santoso, the field goal unit, on now for the Jacksonville field goal try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down at 5. Carr going to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Devin Lloyd coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This is taken around the 12. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. And And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Carr. And he completes it to Berrios. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Carr now to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And second down. Carr to throw again. Caught on the right side by Adams. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Carr again, and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive... Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Now Lawrence to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd. Back now in Jacksonville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jaguars getting set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stats going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 48 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Lawrence will throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence able to complete this to Chenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted. And they did.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Etienne. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier. easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.